Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Sogun here, and today I made some notes for some things I want to cover at first. So we'll go through this little bit of information, and we'll see if this works. All right. So you know the title of my video being "Welcome to Sioux Falls, South Dakota." Well, guys, we did it finally. Here, first off, my wife and I we we've done it. We've been here for almost 3 months now, and we're loving it. We love it. We love the people. We love the environment. We love the town so far. It's been great. Just great. The job, I'm making a lot more money with DoorDash. My wife, she's getting a job. Her first few jobs didn't work out, but that's okay. So what we're hoping for is the next ones work out a little bit better. But it's just trying to see if they work out. I lost my other side. I was sleeping. It came out, so I've had to switch my earrings back and forth. So, that's one thing. One thing I've been upset with is I only got one, and to make sure they don't close, I've had to switch it around. On another note, let's see. What do I got written down here? When we moved, because it was a job that was offered and we didn't expect to move, we kind of just sold everything we could to get the move taken care of and done. So we're basically just starting over. So that's what we did. It was kind of close to the school year, and we were pretty sure we'd get the job, but we just decided to apply and see where it goes, and just kind of do our thing. So there was that. I got the No Shave November thing going on. Of course, this is October, which is now leading into November. Normally, I shave it for everyone by this time, but it's going to be extra long this month, of course. And I've been able to grow out my hair a lot more. I seem to like it. So that's good. I haven't thought about dyeing it since I've been here, but who knows if I will or I won't. Some things going on in the world right now that I have an opinion on. So everybody's asking for the $15 minimum raise to become a nationwide thing, and of course South Dakota is not far behind on that charge, which talking to some people over here that seem to be a little more up and up on the details, so for people on SSDI like me, a $15 minimum wage doesn't work. So we can't work on a $15 minimum wage because that basically means we're making full-time hour pay from when it used to be, and when it was like $8 or $10 an hour, and we could only work part-time then, and we weren't really supposed to be working full-time, but we could because we get away with it if we made under I think for me it's $1,600 a month, something like that I can make. But of course at part-time, in 20 hours at $15 an hour, I'll make $800 $600 to $1,000. Possibly I think I'll actually make like $700 to 800 600 or 800 to 1,200, something like that. It's a really high number that in a month it would kick me off of my SSDI. And as you know, for me, I am perfectly okay with not getting government assistance. I would love to not get government assistance. If I could, I just wouldn't. Man, my hair is just. Anyway. So, I would love to not get government assistance for payment wise. I think if we could, figure out some other way to allow individuals to be more independent, which I did actually. I wrote a bill on it. Just a little goofy thing. I want to give it to my senators in South Dakota, see if we can get it passed or on the floor or even looked at. Would be great. But I wrote a 6-page bill on it. So, which I might put out a video describing that bill and see what you guys all think. So, with that, I figured out that, throughout that time making that much money, I'll be kicked off. And of course, I need my medications for the rest of my life. So I can't afford to be kicked off of Medicare because I just don't make the money to pay for my medications through SSDI. And yes, the whole argument is going to be, well, if you had a job, you'd make more money. Well, here's the rub. I can't work, which is why I'm on SSDI. For me, it's an emotional, behavioral reason with bipolar, so I, of course, cannot work with people. So, everyone who argues out there that yes, you can be kicked off and yes, you can go get a regular job, it's like, well, for normal people, yes, you could, yes. But for me, no, not really. No, I can't. I don't get along with people, and I don't like people. So, yeah. There's a few other people in Sioux Falls I talked to about it that also has done that. Another thing is that when I wrote the bill I did recently, the 6-page bill, it was with the thought in mind of how much I would make for the next 50 years on SSI, how much my wife would make at $17 an hour, providing nothing changed, like she didn't get a position upgrade or a pay upgrade or anything like that. That was also written on based on how much money I would make, providing I don't go up in pay, which I will throughout some presidencies, but not as much as others. So, there's that. Yeah. So, I can't tuck that back there without it looking right. So, for me on SSDI for the next 50 years, I will make just under $700,000 my entire life. And of course, my bill expenses and transportation and housing and everything else currently, it's going to be just about $2,250,000 around there. For the next 50 years. So I wouldn't be able to cover that on my own anywhere in the United States. My wife, with her job, at $17 an hour, if she never went up in position, never went up in pay, she'll make just under $2,500,000. And she actually makes $2,400,000, and I think it was like 60 in the math. I don't have it in front of me. So, yeah, but all expenses are like $2 million, like I said, $2,250,000, and that's till 50, and that's with a $750 rent. That's with transportation for gas being like $1,000, food being like $1,000, everything like that. For the next 50 years, based on months and years for different, things. Some things you can base it on a month, some things you can base it on a year, so the totals, so yeah, that's where I came to that. And this total is generally for any other American out there. And the thing that drives me nuts about it is Biden and his administration want to give $450,000 to $1 million to separated families at the border. And I don't believe it's just separated families, because if it was families, they'd just stick with the $1 million for families. They wouldn't stick with the $450,000 for individuals, because the way that makes it sound is you just claim you were separated and boom, $450,000 to anyone. They're not going to do an investigation. They're not going to look into it. You just say, hey, I lost my child at the border and $450,000. So it's like, okay, well. And this is a slap in the face to every single American out there, pretty much giving half of the income that my wife will make in 59 years, because she's younger than me, to 80. I had the goal to go till 80, the age of 80. And having that goal figured out that way just sounds terrible. So they get half of it all at once right now for illegally entering the country. And don't get me wrong, I applaud any American that comes here through the process, does it correctly and everything else. And I understand you're fleeing a country, but there's a process. There's a process for every country in the world. But because you can walk to ours, that's different apparently. But, you know, whatever. But in Europe, you could walk to a lot of different countries and they still have a process and it's still followed and you still have to do it, and that's just that. But apparently we're not doing that. So I mean, China, North Korea has its demilitarized zone for a reason, and other places have landmines for a reason. We don't. But yeah, so there's that. And then of course the reconciliation bill is a problem. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but when I make a budget for my house, I kind of want to know the totals and what I'm buying and what's in it. So, you would think if I was making a budget for the country, I'd kind of want to do the same. Just a thought. You know, when I go grocery shopping, I make a list, I make a budget, and I decide what I need. And then if I get there and something's too much, I go, I don't need it. So, there's that. But, yeah, so, anyway. Well, that's just some thoughts I had, and you can let me know what they are, and leave a comment, subscribe, and shout out in the video. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.